Here's how the women's doubles draw is taking shape. Chen and Jia are obviously huge favourites, they're the top seeds. And the winners of our match have the dubious distinction of a likely meeting against the top women's doubles pair in the world in the quarterfinals.
Ramadhanti. Please put your hands together for Japan's Rina Miyaura and Ayako Sakuramoto, and Indonesia's Apriani Rahayu and Siti Faria Silva Ramadhanti.
So just confirming that these pairs have never met previously.
Renner, red or black? Black called. Black. That side, service or receive? Receive. Rahayu to receive. Server, Ayako, thank you.
So two unseeded pairs, although obviously normally Rahayu and Ramadhanti would be seeded, but they both had injury issues last year and so really got too many matches under the belt. We'll look at the Japanese pair first. There's Rina Miyaura, 28 years of age. That ranking of 11, as you see, is their best ever. And they had breakthrough wins last year. 2 Super 300s captured, one at the Swiss Open, and the other was the Orion Masters. And her partner, Miyaura Sakuramoto, also 28. She won a lot of events with Yukiko Takahata 2 years ago, including Super 500 Singapore Open back in 2018. But this, I say new, it's not that new, but partnership starting to bear fruit now. Taken to 3 games, got a big win over Matsumoto and Nagahara, fellow Japanese, in the first round. Very good victory, that. And on the other side of the net, the very familiar figures of Apriani Rahayu and Siti Ramadhanti. Not sure that that ranking of 9 is particularly relevant. We know they'd be higher than that if they'd played regularly last season, which they weren't able to do. A shoulder injury last year and then a calf issue. Apriani Rahayu, and Ramadhanti had an ankle problem. Of course, Rahayu won gold in Tokyo with Gracia Polly, since retired. World Championship silver last year was one of the bright spots for this pair. They have won 3 World Tour titles in the last 2 years, and they had a relatively straightforward victory against Jolly and Pelela in the first round. I reckon Apriani Rahayu's dad got a bit of character as we look at Amanda Ballum in the umpire's chair. She'll be assisted by a Dutch service judge, Paul de Kuiper. There he is. Apriani Rahayu's father, when she was young and just started to play, used to make a run about 10 kilometres just to play in tournaments and run all the way back. That's a bit tough, isn't it, Chris? You never had to do that, did you?
I'm going to be honest, if my dad asked me to do that, I think I'd say, please, can you drive me? But it shows, you know, it worked, because different things work for different players, and, you know, she's proved a number of times she's one of the very, very best, and she won that Olympic gold. What an achievement.
Yeah, she started with a basically homemade racket with, like, fishing line as the racket face. Amazing story, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Rena Miyaura and Ayako Sakuramoto, Japan. And on my left, Apriano Rahayu and Siti Fadia Silva Ramadhanti, Indonesia. Ayako Sakuramoto to serve to Apriano Rahayu. 1-all. Play.
I suspect that Rahayu and Ramadhanti will have the majority of crowd support here, which is nothing against the Japanese at all. It's just that obviously much better known and with a much more distinguished CV.
Brilliant defence there from the Indonesian pair, just making the court as big as possible. A little bit of a flat attack from the Japanese.
I always think it's interesting the first time two double pairs meet, because obviously I would imagine Miyaura and Sakuramoto would have seen a lot more of Rahayu and Ramadhanti than the other way around from watching mixed doubles on TV for the last 3 or 4 years. 2 years probably, to be more exact.
3-1.
It's really kind of contrasting styles between the two partnerships. The Indonesians a lot more creative. Never fully know what you're going to get with them, whereas the Japanese more disciplined, a little bit more, you know what you're going to get with the shot selection as well. Very different styles from one another. It's a fantastic attack, really, really well placed.
4-1.
Ramadhanti's strength more from the back of the court. We're used to seeing Rahayu at the front majority of the time. Just like that.
Yeah, and I think a few things went through Ayako's mind there, because there was a slightly peculiar shot to try against the player of the caliber, Friani at the net.
It's a good leave. Almost sniffed the shuttle. It was so close to it, following it down there.
The interesting thing so far, the Japanese, they haven't really had a rally, which is, you know, their style is a rally style, but they've not managed to be able to get into the game as of yet. And that's the sort of rally that maybe will allow the Japanese just to settle and feel a bit more comfortable. So far, before that rally, they just looked a little bit intimidated out there.
Service over. 7-3.
Rina and Ayako, they had such a big win yesterday against their teammates of Matsumoto and Nagahara. Can they deliver again today?
been hustled out of their stride here, haven't they, the Japanese pair?
Yeah, I think more unforced errors than you would expect. I mean, we're 4 minutes in and 9-3, which is incredibly quick for a ladies doubles, where generally has the longest rallies, longest matches. It's just the Indonesians have been very solid, very consistent so far, and quite a few unforced, cheaper mistakes from the Japanese. Again, there's a good shot, there's no doubt about it.
10-3.
Ramadhanti, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily good enough to win the point, and it's just something the Japanese are renowned for is their discipline, you know, their ability to rally, their consistency, and we haven't quite seen that as of yet, but full credit to the Indonesians, they've just been too good so far.
Service over. 4-10.
So just 5 minutes for the opening half of the first game, and a 7-point lead to the Indonesians. One of the first points we've had where Japanese actually had the upper hand in a rally, and it was the Indonesians for once caught out of position.
5-11.
No one home.
That's just a brilliant shot. Pretty much the perfect net shot.
12-5.
Getting that net cord and the shuttle just dying. We still haven't seen what I would expect of the Japanese, where they almost try to bleed points from their opponents just by their consistency, by moving the shuttle around, by making the right shot selection on a consistent basis. That's a fantastic shot.
Service over.
It's important now that they just put a bit more pressure on the Indonesians. They make it a little bit more uncomfortable for them. Good defense from the Japanese, but then the attack, there's no angle on it. It's a bit too simple, and the defense of the Indonesians far too good. I mean, the quality of the shot obviously exceptional because it's just on the inside of the line. Good defense here from the Japanese. Get the attack just too flat. Got to maybe take a little bit of power off, but find that angle or the placement. That's the speed of Rina that I saw in the match yesterday. She is so quick, and we haven't really seen that yet. Covering there, back, and then covers it again. So quick. Possible for Apriani to be able to get that.
Well, she got there. It's actually a bold decision and a good one. Just the execution let her down.
But this is the thing now. She's being a bit more active at the net. Going for it, showing that speed that she has. Just missed it by a fraction, but she's got to keep making those moves. Doesn't always have to hit with power, but she's got to keep active at the net. And this is the thing, it's as soon as the Japanese look like they start to settle or start to feel a bit more comfortable, a cheap mistake kind of creeps in and just sets them back. It's almost they go one step forward, two steps back.
Service over, 8-15.
Well, it's not like they're not creating opportunities, certainly last few points.
I think just there, it's just snatching. It's a chance, but it's not a chance to be able to win the point. It's a chance to try and put pressure on your opponent, to gift them the point. Apriani there, she just misses, but again, the attack, it's not, for me, dangerous enough to hurt the Indonesians. You know, there's no doubt about it, they're good players, but she can do what she wants in that situation. I mean, it's out by just a whisker, really. If that's in, the Japanese are in big, big trouble. From the Indonesians, because the attack of the Japanese is Terrakis, it's too flat.
17-9.
And it then causes them, there, you can see that one, and then it just puts them in so much trouble, the Japanese. With their attack, it's got to be a bit more accurate, a little bit more variation. Very good drive here on the third shot from City.
Service over, 10-18.
Key to that was just going in a downward direction. See, when the Japanese are defending, they're taking the shuttle much lower than when the Indonesians are defending. It's all about the angle.
So, 9 game points here for
20
Rahayu
game
Ramadhanti.
points, 11.
I have to say, I know the Indonesians are favourite, but I'm a bit surprised the way this first game's gone. It's been incredibly one-sided.
And quick.
But again there, I mean, that's just could say misfortune, but it's the right shot. Doesn't have to be as tight as that. But if that does go in again, it causes the Japanese so many problems. Their attack's just too comfortable for the Indonesians at the moment. And this is the thing. You know, was it a good drop shot? Not really, but it made her opponent move. And that's what they haven't done on the attack. If you make your opponent move, if you get them out of position, it can lead to a weaker response, even a simple mistake like that.
So 3 game points saved, but still 6 more in hand.
Game.
So 21-14 in just a quarter of an hour on court. And Rahayu and Ramadhanti in control.
21-14.
Habis naruh nyeting fokus lagi jangan ditinggal ya. Sekarang bola setengah tengah itu panjangnya jangan ditinggal. Dia ngelok nggak khawatir. ドロップついたら相手打点高い球は大体上げる。ちょっと高い球は全部低い球誘っているから、ここはもうちょっと準備するように低い展開ね。OK。あとサーブ回りしたけど、もっとより打点仕掛けて相手次もう一回来るから、これ頭の中入れる。ストレートかクロスね、もう一回トライしてよ。もう顔色全然ダメだよ。もう楽にして大丈夫だよ。ね、何もないから、トライチャレンジして、なここだけからね、できる。Batasin dulu bagian yang cepatin dulu. Baru nggak biru-biru ya. Tapi siap terus ya. Oke. Fokus terus jangan dikendorin. Ya. Ya.
Masih kok. Terus saya dari awal ya. Ya. Second game. Love all. Play.
Well, it looks a tough ask, doesn't it, for the Japanese pair to try and arrest the momentum of this match so far.
The key for me, for the Japanese, is to find their way into the game. We saw a few rallies, that was it, in the first, where they played to the level that they can play at. They haven't found their level, they haven't really found their rhythm in the match. And it's so important, the start of this second game, that they find that as soon as possible to make it as competitive as possible with this game.
Well, you'd have put your mortgage on her burying that. Very, very rare. She would miss from that kind of range.
Yes, it's a comfortable one, but the key thing there is the way the Indonesians are attacking. It's well constructed, there's variation, there's good placement. It's an easy miss at the end, but they can't let it affect them. They're doing the right things. They did that and got themselves into the correct position, and then, unfortunately for them, just missed the easy one at the end.
So it's over.
Big thing for me with the Japanese is they have a weapon, as it were. Rina, she is the fastest player on court considerably, but you know, from this match I would never know that because she's not really using that asset that she has, but the Indonesians haven't allowed her to, and her partnership hasn't got comfortable enough for her to feel free-flowing and take those risks and show her speed.
So it's over. 3-2.
A few more simpler mistakes just coming from the Indonesians now. And that should give the Japanese just that bit of confidence, that bit of belief to just breathe and relax just a little bit, because it's a very tense first game from them. Really impressive there. Good serve and just being active, just looking for it, and then great placement just to push it into the gap. There, rack it up, push it into the big gap. It's a good shot. You know, definitely a bit of fortune there. That's why she's smiling and apologising. There's a big miss hit, but after that, brilliant. There was a miss hit there, but then storms forward and great brush. And that's where in the previous match I saw she was so good. When she chases forward, the speed at which she chases forward at.
Wipe the call, please.
That's for me there, just poor discipline, just trying something that's very extreme and gifting your opponents back in just when they got on that run.
3-6, sorry. Wait, please. Wait. Play.
And they're showing that speed, you know, that I've spoken about. So quick to play that return and then cover her forehand, but she can only do that when she's comfortable and confident. She has to read where it's going.
Well, the rally's much stronger now than they were in the opening game, and the Japanese pair, all of a sudden, have taken control here in this second game.
Yeah, and this is totally different from the Japanese now. Their level has improved dramatically, and this is what I would have expected in the first game, but it just took them a long time to settle. They've now settled, and this is the Japanese pair that I watched yesterday. She was so active at the net, covering. There's no gap. You can only do that when you have relaxed. When you're tense, everything's simplistic and you kind of freeze. They're active. Gets the short lift for her partner. Very apologetic there. Never mean to hit your opponent. You can see they're really apologetic.
Yeah, Rahayu is a tough cookie. She apparently when she was much younger, a child, she used to get a few fights with the boys, and Dad said no, channel that aggression in a different way, gave her a badminton racket. At the moment, moment, though, the Japanese are all over the Indonesians. This is hugely impressive response after they were distinctly second best in the opening game.
This is fantastic counter-attack. Whipping it very, very quick cross-court. It's almost a role reversal from the first game. Great shot. Great vision to see there was a big, big gap cross-court there.
4-10.
I think she could see that her opponent, Ayako, was really committed to the forehand.
Well, I just being frustrated almost at every turn at the moment. Rahayu and Ramadhanti, you can see it in their play, and they're a mile behind at the mid-game, breaking 11-4 now. Japanese in a great position to force a deciding game.
あと今はサクの後ろ攻撃で大体2人ともまっすぐ来るからこれ止めやすい。多分今変わるコーチにいて変わるかもしれないけどバック可能性あるから自分こっち誘ってこっちをクロス準備するように OK なあとこっちの攻撃結構前止め結構いいもっとやらないbukan kamu mungkin dirapi lagi pada saat mulai dipanjangin coba jangan dilurus-lurus apalagi yang kecil yang di depan.
This is the practice court. We've got men's singles coming up next. You see here, far court warming up. He's going to be playing low Kenyu. They might have thought they were going to be on shortly, but now looks like they might have a bit more time in that area. With the Japanese pair fighting back here.
Players on court.
Well, that will feel like a bit of a rot stopper because long time since they won a point.
5-11.
Just the wrong shot there. Really well read, but really well placed. She knows it as well. Ends up on the floor. Incredible interception there, City.
6-11.
It was the start the Japanese had in the second game. Going 6-2 up, and it just helped them to kind of breathe and just relax a little bit. First game was quite manic. It was a lot of cheap points. They didn't settle at all, and they settled quite well in the second, and totally different pair. The ends will definitely have a part to play in this. With a slight drift that there is. Tactically, you need to play very slightly differently on both sides. Against the wind, you've got to be a little bit more patient and work the rally and build with the attack, a bit more variation. Slightly harder to get through. good pressure from the Japanese. Working together, their left-hander, right-hander combo. And then here, Yako going cross-court to set a partner up. Rina coming off on her forehand. If somebody watched the first game and then watched, let's say they had a break and watched then this, they would not think the Japanese are the same pair. The level difference is drastic.
Yes, and you get the feeling they're almost bullying Rahayu and Ramadhanti at the moment, and you don't see that happen too often.
There's so much now indecision with the Indonesians, what shot to play, where to move to, what's coming. Total momentum change, flow of the game.
Service over, 8-15.
Really good placement on the attack, and I was a bit critical of Ayako in the first, just saying I don't think her placement on the attack, her angle is good enough, and full credit in the second game. It's been pretty impressive and a drastic difference from the first. This is the thing, we didn't see any of that at all in the first game. We just saw power, but power to racket. This is an incredible stock draw. Look how tight that is. Played to absolute perfection. Great shot, and this is the thing, did the Japanese come out and maybe they're a bit nervous? We're on the big stage at the All England second round, had a massive win yesterday against their teammates, because the way they played in the first game was quite tense, quite uncertain, quite unsure, didn't move around each other, quite simplistic with their attacks. Second game, they've been really impressive, the Japanese.
Service over, 18-9. Service over, 10-18. Let
shot. Now, if this does go to 3, it's going to be interesting to see how the Indonesians start the third game.
Well, 10 game points to level here. If anything, the Japanese more dominant in the second game than the Indonesians were in the first. 21 points to 10. One game all decider coming up.
1 game all.
絶対スピード上げてくるよね。最後上げてくると思う。
ね、本当ラッキーじゃないから自分たち力が持っているから本当に有効に使う、ね、しかしこのコートちょっとやりづらい部分あるけどやっぱ高さの来る時事前頭の中入れる来たら間に合わないから OK それちゃんと覚えててねあとサクのリシーブはいいからこれ攻め方作れるから私心配のは攻めた後のリシーブcoba dikencengin diapain ya kamu jangan takut ngangkatnya begini ngangkatnya kamu juga nggak apa-apa gitu loh ngangkatnya ditinggiin posisi udah ketekan aku belum balik kamu maksain ngangkatnya begini terus nggak bisa ngerti nggak ya depan tuh dibilangin lagi tuh jemputin lagi kamu nggak hilang tapi menjutut bolanya pelan banget
ドライブとかそうだよねそうだよね緩い球の方が意外と待ってるシンプルに落とす球スッて伸ばす方が多分めっちゃ待ってるからそこの出す球だけ私も気をつけて上げるときはしっかり上げてそこからレシーブからちょっと作ってるんですけどレシーブ今もうちょっと対応できてきてそうだねもう緩くてもいいからしっかり上げてちょっとでもずらせば多分その場でずっと打ってる分には多分うまくあとちょっと下がり際でクロスとか打ってくるからそこだけね寄りすぎないようにしよう
20 seconds. Court 20 seconds. Final game. Play.
Do feel here that a solid start imperative for the Indonesians, having effectively been pretty much blitzed in that second game, and they get some semblance of control back.
Yeah, in the first game for the Indonesians was so comfortable. They were almost caught off guard in the second game when it changed so dramatically. And the start to this year for the Indonesians, see, Apriani recovering from her injury, but they haven't quite had the start that they wanted. Indonesia Masters home tournament, losing first round to the Dutch pair of Deborah Gil, Cheryl Seenham, which for them would be a big frustration. Absolutely brilliant there from City, and it all came from that hold. That hold, she saw her opponent come in and then she just pushes it over her. She knows that Rina is the net player. Good to see her there. Net player storms in Rina and then she goes over her. She knows what's going to happen there. Great vision. Really well organised attack. Just playing the shots for each other. Partner steps up, goes to the middle and comes back. Yeah, just playing for each other, working together. So hard for the Indonesians to get it away. Fantastic placement. I got to give it to her. After the first game, Ayako, where I didn't think her placement was good enough. Second game and the start of this, it's been so much better. And again there, this is the thing, and this is why for the first game for me was so strange, because Japanese, they just didn't play as they can play. Now, the exact reason only they know, were they nervous, whatever it was, but this is a totally different pair from the first game. Again, it's that relentless pressure. As soon as Rina, the net player, gets that chance on this one, here, steps forward, easy put away. She's so quick going forward, it's impossible to get that back.
It's a while since I've seen Rahayu and Ramadhanti look quite so vulnerable. You say they poor start to this season, but obviously the injury issues they both had, it's going to take a little while, but it's not so much the score, just the nature of the way that the match has gone there.
Yeah, at the moment it's definitely full swing, full momentum with the Japanese.
So this foul called too high.
Just a full serve there, too high.
3-5.
So important that the Indonesians just settle in this third game, because it's been, I know it's only 5-3, but it has been a really strong start from the Japanese. Great defense. Got back the incredibly difficult one and then missed the easier one.
So it's over.
Yeah, that'll be hugely frustrating. And at the moment, Rahayu and Ramadhanti are just pretty much hanging in there.
This is the big question. What is the form like of the Indonesians? They've got better throughout the year. Last week at a French Open, they did beat Kim and Kong. And then first round here, they did beat the Indians, Pulela and Jolly, who have had 2 semi-finals here in the past.
It's over. 6-7.
Slight misjudgment there. Brilliant control from the Indonesians to manage to get that away.
scrapping for the ref now, Rahayu and Ramadhanti. Not by any means the kind of a short performance that we've seen from them so often in the past. Everything they've got just to keep the Japanese at bay here in this decider.
9-7.
That's a terrific cross-court winner.
8-9. Quickly. Quickly. Yes. Service over. 10-9. Service over. 10-all.
Not exactly war of attrition, but you can feel the tension down there. It's very tight deciding game. Last point before the interval goes to the Indonesians.
Service over. 11-10. Interval. Change ends.
Siapapun yang di depan,
Ya.
coba pada saat posisi depan lagi nyari,
Ya.
nyari untuk neken ya. Itu sama kamu bola panjang kamu udah dijagain. Jadi pada saat kamu panjang siap disabet-sabet, nggak usah khawatir. Tapi kalau memang kamu nggak yakin, kamu bilang sekarang kamu buka dulu nggak apa-apa. Ya, kalau kamu pada saat kamu kesini, motor距離的motor使ってmotor攻めやすい。それ頭の中に入れる。一番深いだったら無理して逆にレシーブ振られるから。これ頭の中に入れて、あとはセンターもし自分でセンターレシーブも禁止。で今からだポイント関係なく、ほんと目の前へ9球。
もう上がったら思いっきり振るしかないから。しっかりですよ。
Indonesians did so well to stay in that point from early on. They're under so much pressure and trouble. See there on the floor. Then in the end, it's a bit of a gift the way they actually lose the rally. thing now. The tension's, you know, obviously building, and shorter rallies, a few more tense shots. Is it mine? Is it your partner's? A few more snatching. Who's going to handle this patch of the game in a calmer, more composed way? Bit of fortune here for City at the net. She makes it though. Body weight's going forward as she strikes it. Showing what it means, that's a big point. Incredible. Really sharp at the net. From Ayako there. 13-12. Good return, hunted down a forehand. Often they're splitting off, covering their forehands, left-hander, right-hander combination. This is the thing now, we're not getting many long rallies. Kind of bitty, short points. That last one, there wasn't Rena's sharp, but she went for it. It's that indecision.
Well, it's punch and counter-punch at the moment. Very hard to say who you'd make favourites from here. No, neither pair really able to exert any kind of consistent control. Whichever one keeps their nerve, you suspect. The ones in the quarterfinals.
And this is the big thing now, you know, we're not seeing one rally.
13.
It's just everyone's getting a bit tense, which is totally normal. The big thing now, and that's gone in a downward direction, and it's made her opponent move. And this is the integral part of this game. Make life difficult for your opponent, and you will kind of bleed a mistake. Almost feels like now every rally's worth 2 points. Does any player have the confidence to hit a shot and make a bold move to cover what they anticipate, or are they going to be a little bit apprehensive? At the net there, City just reading it, not trying to kill it, not overdoing
16-14.
Steps in just here and just a brush, but it's into the gap. Really well played, well taken.
So it's over. 15-16. Play.
And that was impressive play from Rina. Storming into the net and being so active. Taking the game on.
Play.
Great pickup.
I think that's been the story. It was certainly the story in the second game, where the Japanese pair took Rahayu and Ramadhanti under non-stop pressure.
And here, incredible pickup. And then the strange thing is she plays that and runs back. I know she's the rear court player, and that's her area of expertise, as it were, but it's very uncommon to see a player in major trouble like that playing controlled net shot and then run back.
Yeah, kind of almost instinct, I think.
City on court.
Goes back to where she feels the most comfortable. Trick shot was good, but to no avail. And the Japanese with a very slender lead in the business end here. This deciding game, we've been on court for almost an hour. But still, no real idea who's going to be the winner here. Although the Japanese have gone favourites now.
18-16.
This is the big thing at this point of the game. You know, no one really wants to lift. Everyone's tense. It's a slightly short lift. It's an okay angle. If the shuttle is coming in a downward direction, if you're taking the shuttle below tape, when you're tense, it's so much harder. So we're going to see some slight indecisions and some cheaper mistakes. Cheap-ish mistake. I've got to give it to the Japanese. They played the end of this third game so far very well, and this is such a big run for them.
Well, this will be a huge win if they can convert one of these 4 match points for a place in the last 8. That will work, and they thoroughly deserved it too. Come on, really strong, the latter end of that decider. And having been comprehensively outplayed in the first game, they've responded brilliantly. First ever meeting with Rahayu and Ramadhanti, and it's a victorious one for Miyaura and Sakuramoto. 21-16 in that decider in a match lasting just shy of an hour.
The Japanese were 16-14 down in that third game. What a comeback. What a run.
14, 21, 10, 21-16.
Knocked in a win too, by the sound of it. So confirming that scoreline, 14-21, 21-10, 21-16. 59 minutes, the official match time. Well, it's a hive of activity all around the arena. Stalls doing some business. Always good to get a program. Things have changed a little bit since the very first tournament was held in 1899. Everyone wants to get a shirt or some shuttles or some kind of a souvenir or memorabilia from the All England. Back inside the playing arena then, still 4 courts in operation, and we've reached our 3rd match, which is a men's singles, and an intriguing one at that. Lo Kian Yu of Singapore, he's taking on Lee Zijie of Malaysia. And players and officials will be on court shortly. Just a reminder that our coverage goes all the way through until Sunday. Look at the men's singles draw. We're going to see that Christy Vitidsan match later in the show, but it's the top one there, Low against Lee, that we are concentrating